Hi, welcome everyone to the Inverted Wander. Today I'm going to be cueing in Makarasana or Crocodile Pose. Now, when you look up this pose, you may find a lot of different variations of it. I'm going to be taking more of the passive, relaxive, restorating version of Makarasana, but there is a way to hike it up and make it a little bit more of an active pose than a passive pose. But for today, since it's midweek, let's go ahead and take this relaxing pose. So a contraindication of this pose is pregnancy, since we will be lying on our stomachs. Anyone who is pregnant, please avoid this pose. There's a lot of other poses that you can do that won't compromise the little human growing inside of you. So for today, you may find that you would need a blanket. Other than that, we're ready to go. So like I said, we're going to do Makarasana. It's a very passive pose. I'm going to go ahead and cue with it with a blanket first. And this is just to make it less of a back bend. So depending on how high you want your blanket, you can either do it this high or you can level it out a little bit more, up to your preference. But you're going to go ahead and put it underneath your upper torso, around your chest area. Your toes are going to be touching, heels out to the side, so let your legs splay out. And then you have some options. You can either keep your elbows underneath your shoulders and then relaxing your head down. Taking big, deep belly breaths, just letting your legs relax, letting your head relax. If you'd like, you can also bring your hands, your elbow or your forearms stacking on top of each other and rest your forehead down on top of them. Again, breathing in, breathing out, focusing on the breath. Feeling it against the floor. If you'd like to take it more into a back bend, you can go ahead and bring the elbows so that they're just about under the chin, head area, and then rest your head, just kind of cradle your head. Let gravity do its thing and just relax down. This one is a little bit more of a back bend. It's not too intense with the blanket underneath of us. Again, toes touching, heels up to the side, breathing into our stomach. And the last one that you can try with the blanket, bringing your hands back out again, but this time bringing your hands together, bringing your chin down to rest on the backs of your hands. Do this one only if your neck feels okay and comfortable. If you have any neck injuries, I would avoid this and rather keep your neck nice and straight rather than having it bend. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you notice that you can't get your toes to touch or there's any low pain in your back, you can just spread your legs a little bit wider. Try and point, you can either point your toes in or out away from you depending on what feels good. And just resting here. So like I said, the blanket is optional, so if you'd like, you can do it without a blanket. You'll feel a little bit more of a back bend, so as long as you don't have any back problems. So doing it again, you can come to bring your toes to touch, let your heels go out to the side. You can start by bringing our elbows directly under our shoulders, and then just relaxing our head down. So there's no tension. There's no muscles really working. You're using gravity to let your head pull itself down. Focus on the belly and the breathing. Again, you can always bring your hands underneath your chin as well. Again, just using gravity. When you stack it right, you don't really need to work in your arms or your upper body. You can just let yourself relax here. No tension in your legs. or you can simply bring your hands down or even forearms down, bringing your forehead or your chin. Just letting your body melt into the ground. In this pose, we want to focus more on quieting our mind and focus more on the breath. Since there's not a lot of movement in this pose, this is a pose that focuses more on the inner work, the mind work. When we're ready to come out of this pose, we can bring our hands underneath our shoulders and then come up into the tabletop, and then if we'd like, back into a child pose. And then slowly to press ourselves back up into a seated position. So this pose, Makarasana or Crocodile Pose, like I said, is a very restorative pose. So use it midweek just to kind of wind down. If you find that you're having some insomnia or it's hard to sleep, try practicing this pose for about 5 minutes, just focusing on the breath, and you'll find that it will help you. With that, it's really good for anyone who's got high anxiety, anyone that suffers from stress or tension. It'll also help reduce your blood pressure as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this short tutorial in Makarasana. Please let me know what you think and how the practice was for you down in the comment section below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time on the Inverted Wanderer. Bye, everyone.